It's buffering. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? Listen, happy motivational Monday slash Tuesday. The airlines got me. I've been doing pretty well moving around the country and not getting delayed or rescheduled, but these thunderstorms that are happening over the country finally caught up with you, girl. And so I was not able, I was actually in the air yesterday evening at 7:30. And so we have the Tawanda Sims tonight. She was so gracious as to agree to join me tonight as opposed to last night. And so we are here. We're going to talk a little bit about some great planning tips for you. Tawanda, as many of you know, and for those of you who don't, is one of the premier planners in the Southeast, well, in the whole nation, really. Let's be clear about that, okay? Tawanda plans massive events and conferences. She is excellent at what she does, very knowledgeable. Her experience is beyond it, like beyond what you could ever imagine. And she has agreed to come and sit and share a few little tips with us tonight. So we are here now. So Tawanda, I would love for you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Hello, everybody, and thank you, Lorna, again for having me. Honored to be here tonight. It's been a long week, even though it's Tuesday, but our week doesn't stop. I mean, we
Right.
sleep on Sundays and we right back at it. But for those of you who don't know me, I am Tawanda Sims. I am from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I've been in the event industry since full time since 2011. I started out in 2009 helping my best friend out, Veronica Jackson. She's the MC. But yeah, so I started in 2009 as a hobby. Then I got bitten by the wedding bug and went permanent in 2011 and have been rocking in this wedding industry ever since then. I do, of course, weddings, social events, but I love corporate events. So that's my claim to fame is corporate events. People think that's all I do is weddings, but a lot of the corporate events I do, I don't even really talk much about because
Right.
they so busy and it's ongoing, but I do love my corporate events.
Listen, I am so glad that you agreed to join us here tonight because I know that you have a few tips to share with the people about planning some flawless and seamless events, correct?
I do i do there are a few tips that I want to share with you. It's what we call is my blueprint to event planning. We'll
Mhm.
share most of the tips in the blueprint at the retreat. But one of the things that I want to share with you tonight, and this is for the vets, this is for wedding planners and event planners who are just coming up in the industry, or for someone who just want a need to know. One of the things that you have to know, and you probably have heard this before, but if you're not executing it, then it's just null and void. But the first tip I want to share with you is you have to be flexible in this industry. This industry is ever changing. This industry market is so different than it was even last year. If you're still trying to operate business the way you did it last year, then you're going to get left behind. So you have to be able to be adaptable, be flexible to change. I use the word flexecution, and what I mean by that is you have to be prepared to execute as needed. And what that means is you got to have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, D, E, and F. You can't just stop at a plan B because if plan A don't work, you rely on plan B. If plan B falls short, then what? That's when you're standing there just freaking out because you didn't have a plan C for plan B. So we like to call it flexecution. Be prepared to execute as needed. So the first tip I want to share, and I think I'll probably give you three, Lorna, and then we'll share the rest of them at the retreat, is you have to be organized. So listen, being organized as an event planner is hands down. If you're not organized, that's not something that you acquire. Um, something that's just natural, that comes naturally. If it's not, then you have to learn how to be organized. Teach yourself how to be organized. Do what it takes to be organized, and I'll share those tips with you. But you got to be organized. If you're not organized in managing your events and making sure that everything from point A to point Z is on point, you're going to fail. So I'll give you one quick tip that I'll share my content later on is that one way that I stay organized, Lorna, and you know this because we've worked together, is that I create a vendor list for all of us. For everybody that has been hired for the event, there is a vendor contact list. And I check on those vendors. I double check on those vendors. If the photographer has a question that he needs to get to ask the photographer shouldn't have to go through me. Not if we're all working on the same event. Here's the contact list, bruh. Call the videographer and find out from that videographer what it is that you need. I don't know the size of the gadget that goes in the part of the camera, but that videographer does. If you are a, if the DJ needs to ask the MC a question, or about the music, we create a contact sheet. If somebody is calling in sick, if somebody is running late, it's just not for my staff, it's for all of us. That goes back to being organized, right? So if you're organized, then guess what? If I'm running around on event day because I am the manager that day, and if somebody arrives on the location, and if I've already given them instructions to park in parking lot B, but they got to parking lot B, but they can't get in. Now they're trying to get me. Now they got that contact list. Guess what? They don't have to call me. Call somebody else on that list. They're going to help you. So guess what? That's going to help you get parked, get in so you're not late. But if you're trying to get me and I don't hear my phone, or if I'm running around doing something else and now you stuck out there trying to get in the parking lot B because Tawanda didn't pick up the phone, that's now put you 15, 20 minutes behind schedule, then guess what? It's going to throw everybody behind schedule. So that's the tip. Number one, be flexible. Number two, be organized. How do you be organized? First tip I'm going to give you is to create yourself. I'm giving you that one for free. Is a contact list, and that contact list, share that with all your vendors. A lot of planners, for whatever reason, don't like to share that information because I guess they feel like, and I've heard this, that if I share my vendor list, then now you're going to have access to my vendors after this event. Who the hell cares? Who cares? Because the goal is to make sure that the event we're working on is executed flawlessly, right? And then guess what? If you're doing that, Miss Planner, then that vendor on that list is going to move you right up to the top of their choice. So that when one of their clients need a vendor, need a planner, guess who they're going to call? You, because they had a nice, flawless working experience with you. So that's number two. One, be flexible. Two, be organized. And the third one is to network. And I cannot say that any less. Network, network, network. Not just with other planners, but network with all industry, all vendors in the industry. Get out of your comfort zone. Go to some of these events. Go to their events and network. If check the event sites in your area, in your market, see what's happening. I love going to events that my news broadcasters channels host. You know why? Because not just to get in their space and to be in their space, because the people that they bring out, though, that's where my clients are. So I go where my clients are. So I know that when Jamal Bryant or when Mary Allison is hosting an event and it has anything to do that strikes my interest, I may pay that extra dollar and go sit in the place so that I can network. And as soon as I walk in that door, they're saying, "Are you doing this event?" No, I'm a guest tonight. Is that Tawanda? Let you know why, because I'm out there and I'm networking and I'm building relationships. So that's flexible, be organized, and network. Those are my three. I have quite a bit more, but I'll share those at the retreat.
I love it, Tawanda. And for those of you who've joined us tonight, this is why. This is why I would not let Tawanda Sims rest until she agreed to join me at Project Rise, the Project Rise Retreat Experience. I knew she had these gems. I knew that she had this heart of service. I knew that, like, just the experience that she has alone can change a person's business, because I've seen it happen. I've sent people to Tawanda before that were having trouble with different aspects, whether it be a conference or just getting, they're planning, they were new in the industry, and you guys always inbox me and you ask me questions. Do you know somebody that can help me with this or somebody that can help me with that? I've sent people to Tawanda and I've watched their businesses blossom. I've watched her change. people's whole execution of what they thought was the proper way to move forward in everything they were doing for their business, and it made a difference. Now they're getting the clients that they want to get. And so I'm happy. I'm so excited for her to come and share with you guys that Project Rise, the retreat experience. I simply cannot wait for everybody else to experience what I've known for the longest period of time. So I appreciate those tips, and you were absolutely on point. And we said something on our Instagram side that I think we need to bring home on this Facebook side. You know, we said you've got to learn. A lot of our newer colleagues think that social media and all of the tech stuff is the only way to go. But we talk about old school networking.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about meeting people and having conversations with them and finding out about them and their business, their likes, their dislikes, anything that you can help them with. That's serious networking. And we talk about always operating in excellence, because what did we say? You never know who's watching.
Who's watching you? You
Whether
never
that's
know.
another planner that needs your guidance or your expertise, or whether it's your next client.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we talked about.
We
So
talked about that, and I'll share with our client, our guests over here, our members over here, what I shared on Instagram about being watched and how your next client is in the room. Because back in the day, Lorna, people used to say that, oh, you make sure you operate in excellence, because you never know when your next client is going to come from. Your next client is sitting in the room. Sometimes that goes off as a myth, and it's also disheartening when you are that planner and you are doing your best, and my next client ain't nobody in that event called me. But you never know. Example, I just did an event called Let the Women Speak conference a couple of weeks ago, and there was a speaker who was there. Little did I know that she came with the intent to hire a wedding planner, an event planner. She's doing an event, and at the end of my client's event, she walked up to me as I was helping all of the speakers get out, making sure all the speakers had all of their materials. She said, I've been watching you. She said, I came here, I've been looking for an event planner for 5 months. It taken me 5 months to choose someone, and I found my event planner. And me being tired and slow that night, I said, well, but bless your heart, man, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I'm so glad you did. Not realize that she's talking about me. She said, I've watched you. I've watched how you handled Nikki's guest, how you handled this event. Everything went off without a hitch. If there was any hiccups, I didn't see it. I want to talk to you about planning my event. 8 days later, the contract is signed, and we are planning the event right now. It goes back to, you never know who's watching you when you operate in the spirit of excellence. Now, did Nikki event go off as planned? Yes. Were there hiccups? Yes. But did they know it? No,
and
because there was no need for them to know it. We got through it. We were flexible because we were able to adapt to changes. And as long as my client knew, listen, I know on paper we're doing this, but if this happens, trust me, you got to trust the process. I got you. No one knows our playbook except us. So if the MC don't call you up at 6:30, that's because there's a hiccup. You just go with the flow. If your client understands what's happening and you don't freak out because your event is not going as planned in front of the guest and the client, guess what? They're going to think that everything was flawless. Everything operates in the spirit of excellence. You got to watch your demeanor. That's what got me hired from this event that I'm getting ready to do in February. It's because she said she watched my demeanor, how I talked to everyone. And she said there were sometimes things were happening that in her mind, she was like, is she okay? Is she okay? But you never broke sweat. You were always smiling. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this so that you can take note about people are watching you. So we even said this on Instagram, when things are not going as planned, you want to scream, you want to yell, you want to just go to a closet, scream, cuss, get it out. But when you walk from behind that curtain or that door, smiling. I got it all together. How can I help you? Thank you so. Oh my God, you look so nice. Are you enjoying yourself? They don't know you was just in there about to have a hissy fit. But you make sure that no one knows except for you, your team, but you keep that out of the eyes of your client and your guests. The stuff that when I regroup with my clients after every event, we had like We went to lunch and we were having a ball talking about the things that I did to make sure that she looked good. And she was like, "What? I didn't know that." I'm like, "Yeah, remember when you walked in and we was doing the fashion show and then I pulled you back and said, let her go? You had no clue why." Girl, your underwear was hanging. I mean, it's just, but no
Right.
one knew. I didn't say to her, "Oh my God, that didn't look right." I just kept it flowing. The microphone camera that was coming down the center aisle had blanked out. The photographer had to go in right quick, the videographer, and change it. But because I had someone at the head of the game, Veronica, my MC, on point, knew what was happening. We were in tune. She was able to keep it going. She was able to engage with the client. So that goes back to making sure that everyone that's on your list as a vendor is in tune with what's happening for an event. Don't keep everything to yourself. Don't try to keep everything up here and run that event, because when things go south, guess what that vendor's going to do? I don't know. I'm just here to do this. But if everybody understands what's happening, because at the end of the day, it's our client, and we're there to make sure that our client vision is reality. But we can't do that if you keep it all up here, or if you keep it hidden because you want to be the superstar. You
Right.
want to shine, but you don't want to shine when stuff go left. You want to make sure that you start pointing fingers. So that's some of my tips. I'm going to share more of those at the retreat.
And it's my understanding. Let me be clear. You have a nice little blueprint for the people, right?
I do.
A lot of the times, we think we have to, and we do. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to have it here and here, like Tawanda said. But trial and error is what gets you here and here.
Mhm.
And if you can skip that stage and go straight to the front of the line with a blueprint that is tried and true, that one of the most successful event planners in the game uses, why wouldn't you do that? I've been having this conversation with one of our other colleagues that's joining us at the retreat, and she said to me, I had a friend that asked me about the retreat, and she said, "Do I have to be experienced? Does my business have to be already going for me to come? Because I don't know if I want to come and be amongst them, and they seem like they know it, or they have it together, or they have this experience, and I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing." But this is my process. This retreat is for everybody. My
She
thought,
needs to be there. She needs to be there.
yeah, she needs to be there, because my
Mhm.
thought process is this: if you're starting a business, you know how we had to take our bumps and we took licks and knocks and we had to figure out what we were doing a little bit at a time. How many motivation that this person needs to come, because we had to take our knocks and our licks, and we went through trials and tribulations and tried to figure out stuff, and it took us a while to get ourselves together, you know but if you're new and you have a place where you can get all of the pieces that you need, you can skip all of the bruised knees, you know what I'm saying, the bloody noses, the bumps on the head, the falls on our elbows, all of the things that we had to do. And
Mhm.
everybody at this retreat is willing to share and help and build a relationship with you, not just coming to lecture you, but to legitimately help you work on your business. And so I think it's an amazing place for new business owners as well. You don't have to have a certain amount of experience in this industry to join us. I think it's going to be amazing, even for newbies. What do you think
I
about it?
I I agree. And like you said, it's not just for the vets, but if you are a newbie, come on and rub elbows with us. I mean, this is an opportunity. It's going to be a very relaxed atmosphere. We are there to, love on you, share with you our knowledge, and also learn from you. Because there are some, even you may be new in this industry, but I'm sure you have a skill set that we may be able to capitalize on as well. So just because you're new in the event industry does not mean that this is not the platform. You probably want to be in this platform, in this space, because it's going to be intimate. It's going to be people that have been handpicked by Lorna, and the people that are handpicked by her are people that are genuinely willing and ready to share with you. So you can come in, you know, let the guards down, share your wants, share your desires, share your weaknesses. We're going to be doing the same, because I'm looking forward to learning from some of the speakers and the panelists that are going to be there. There are some things that I want to learn from William. There are some things that I want to learn from Lorna. I mean, Lorna is a master when it comes to just organization and putting together groups of people and events. I mean, listen, they don't know Lorna, but I'll call Lorna in a heart. in a heartbeat. I know my lane. I know my lane. I know my strength, and I know my weaknesses. But there are some things that I just don't want to be bothered with. Lorna, listen, I got this event, girl, and I need you. I need for you to walk me through this process. She would do it, and once she give me that little nugget, I can take it from there. But guess what? That's a jewel. That's a gift that she has that I'm not blessed with. So guess what? That's what we're going to be there for. There's going to be so much that I want to ask her. Okay, so remember when I called you about this? Help me help myself. What can I do? What do I need to do? What skill set do I need to learn so that if you're not available, I will be able to take care of that when I can't reach you on the phone. You see what I'm saying? So yes, if you are new in this industry, or if you just want to learn, run or rub elbows with us, come on out to the retreat. It's going to be amazing.
Oh boy, I can't wait. I can't wait. And yes, there are going to be so many things given. I've been talking to all of the our colleagues, because that this retreat is going to be so laid back, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be, we're up at 8 and we're at the table now, breakfast is over, and now we're doing this. I want you to be able to come and go as you please. You attend what you want to attend. You're not obligated to attend anything. If you just want to come and hang out in a mansion, swim in the double saltwater infinity pools, get massages and facials. Now, I think that might not be the wisest idea for your business, because we want to nurture your soul, but we want to nurture your business. So business's soul too. But if you just want to recharge and that's your thing, you're free to do that. It's a no judgment zone. But know that, like Tawanda said, there's going to be a different type of atmosphere. We're letting our guard down. We're going to tell you and be transparent some of the things that we've dealt with in life, some of the things you probably would never imagine because you see us on this side of the camera. So you think that it's all together and it's all perfect, and it's just not. It's just not. And we're willing to meet you where you are and interact with you, and to really, let's dive in and get hands on fixing whatever the issue is, whether that be physical, whether that be spiritual, whether that be from your business, from a business perspective. We're going to be there for you guys the whole time. And so it's really going to be an amazing experience, because you get to choose what you want to do. And if you're just there to recharge and you said, hey, I'm going to treat this like a girl's vacation, and I'm not coming out of my suite until XYZ time, it's completely up to you.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. But when you do, we going to have these gems waiting for you. So bring the 2 bags, like I said, and come on and join us. And I've been talking to the educators, because I veer off track. Y'all know me, so you're used to it. But I've been talking to them, and everybody is giving something a little extra. So I spoke with one of our colleagues, and she was like, yeah, I have a course. I want to give that away to one of our retreat members, or one of the, the lucky attendees. And then I know Terica is dropping some things that are going to amaze you. I know William has some things. And so not only are you going to come and be immersed in the things, but when you leave, you're going to have some other things that are going to continue to help you. And we're not just going to drop you off. We're going to be there for you even after the fact. So if you have not heard about it, or if you're interested in checking it out, projectriseretreat.com. And you can go there and view all of the things that are happening. The seats are limited because it is intimate. We're not hanging out, but with 20 to 23 people or so. And I know that, maybe 3/4 of those are already gone. So I hope that you will, you'll check out the website and possibly come and join us. Anybody that's going to be there, I know the atmosphere and the experience is going to be amazing.
It is, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. Lorna has been posting on her site. Go to the website, check out that mansion, Lord Jesus. I hope you got me speaking first, so I can just get it on with and enjoy. Even though we're going to be around to answer all your questions, and we're just going to be hanging out, but yeah, put me up first so I can just kind of be in relaxed mode.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun
Yeah,
time.
we are. It's beautiful.
When I went live with you, when I actually went to the mansion, when I was on assignment with William, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I thought, you guys, that it was amazing, but I don't think I realized exactly
How amazing.
amazing until I set foot on that property and my 2 feet were in front of it and I could see it. And to see the backside of this place is so epic. Like it's massive and the whole separate little wing that it has for the spa experiences.
Wow.
I could just envision myself, and it was hot in Orlando. I was like, honey, she could wait to be laying out there around that pool. Or, well, I'm lying. I'm not going to be doing too much laying around the pool because Lorna cannot swim. Go and take a little toe dip or whatever, but I don't do too much pool work. But I want to be laying out and getting that facial in that spa. I want my massage. I want, and we can choose where we do it too. You might want to go up on the top lanai and have your massage
Yeah.
look in the pool, or you may want to be, but I'm going old traditional. I'm going in the into the actual spa itself, and I've promised Tawanda that she's getting a massage too. Mm.
Ooh, child.
All of the things, but we can't wait to kind of unwind with you guys and let our guards down, and we all need to recharge ever so often, and we never take the doggone vacation because what
Right.
we have a vacation, what do? We run to a conference, we educate ourselves some more, or we have an event that pops in. But if you schedule this time where you can learn and have the downtime like you want it, I think it's going to be really dope. And then we just keep having people add things. Another layer. LEB was going to do a brand shoot, a personal brand shoot masterclass to show you how to pose and how to get all of the images together for your brand. And now she decided, well, it wouldn't be an
Ellie
LED
B.
if I didn't design. So now there's a whole nother design class happening. And what did she do? She added another layer because what's popping, the what's popping balloon decor, which is the balloon gent himself, said, oh, I would love to come and show some of my most amazing work. If you've ever been in the Be Collective magazine, if you saw the Brat and Judy's wedding, the beautiful ceiling treatments and all of those things, well, now you want to come and visit with Mr. Jaron Perry. So listen, we got so much going on. I
It's
can't even
gonna be
keep up.
amazing.
I can't keep track of it, but I'm just so like uber grateful that people see what I see. And that's, you got to be the change you want to see. You got to
Yep.
give something. If you say you love this industry, you got to want to give something to it. You got to support, you got to support your colleagues. And so I, I've been thinking this in my mind and I'm finally able to execute it. And you're in my celebration circle and you
Yep.
believe with me. You believe in what I believe in. And for that, I'll be forever grateful.
It's gonna be amazing. And for those of you who have already gotten your ticket, I look forward to meeting you guys there. Um, for those of you who are still contemplating coming, you better make your mind up because those tickets are selling. And we are people of time. We wait until we get closer because we want to see what else is going to be happening. But this is not the time you want to sit back and wait because space is limited. Well, that's not a scarcity statement. Its space is limited. I mean, she's only opening this up to what, 25, 30 people?
25 people, and five of those or are Orlando natives. Try saying that R and or right together. Five of those
Or,
are
or
Orlando natives, being, if you live in Orlando and you don't need to stay at the mansion. Now you may still want to, and you're welcome to do that. But if you don't, but those extra 5 seats are for people that will go and come. So really it's actually only 20 spots.
only 20.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
And
she's
we're
almost there. I mean,
yeah,
tickets
we,
are
we're
almost there.
we're 3/4 of the way there. So, um, you know, it's going to be epic. And
Yeah.
that's all we have to say. And thank you, Tawanda, for joining us with these
You're
planning
welcome.
tips. You have blessed the people tonight, and I know you're going to bless them even further at this retreat.
I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. Matter of fact, I actually the other night I keep my suitcase out in the garage and I was doing something when I was like, do I need to start packing? Wait, no, we got time. We got time. I can't wait.
That's
I'm
so
excited.
because we want to have all the things we need. And I'm thinking October, Orlando, it's still gonna be pool time for me. And see,
Yeah.
it's not in North Carolina, so it's gonna be such a treat for me to dip on down to your state, baby,
Yeah.
and do some hanging out and enjoy myself. So
It's gonna be
thank
nice.
you.
I don't swim, but I'm gonna be hanging out by the pool too, just watching y'all swim. So
Yeah. It's gonna be really. We have so many crazy, amazing things planned. So many social events as well. But we really just want to break the ice and for us to all get a chance to know each other and enjoy one
mhm.
another. So yeah, when you come, your business will be one way, and when you leave, it's going to be completely
Gonna
different
be
because you're going to
completely
have
different.
the most amazing photos from the Andre Brown. Okay, if you don't know him, check him out. He's one of the dopest photographers in the game. You're going to have two design experiences, so definitely you're up leveling your skill set there. We got the planner extraordinaire herself with the blueprint. We have Terica in the house, the only one in the game that goes by one name. That's what I tell
That,
you.
that part.
The only one in the game that goes by one name. And if she can't help you snatch your operating systems and get your business on track, we got a problem. And she does it in such a way that she's just laying down a conversation and it's real talk. And you're like, wow, it's not even like I'm learning. And then the dictionary, the walking Webster of the wedding industry, that's Fausto
Yes,
in
sir.
the
Yes,
house,
sir.
who just is such a wealth of knowledge and gives it to you straight from the hip until you just can't help but take it. William P. Miller. Okay, when I tell you production, you want to know production. 2,000 person conferences, you can't help but he has so much sage wisdom and advice too.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
have Donna Izzard, baby. If your spiritual is lacking, she gonna fill you
You
up.
gonna fill this up?
We have the Leah T. Williams, the floral whisperer. I gave her that name. Y'all know I got a name for everybody. The girl has a ministry for flowers and it just lives in her. And when I tell you everything she touches turns out amazing, but she knows how to teach it. Not just
Yeah.
have you come and stab a rose here or a hydrangea there and take a picture and say, oh, I was there. No, 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 no. You're going to know how to recreate this
You gotta
stuff
know
when
how to
you
do
leave.
it.
She is that amazing.
She froze. You there, Lorna? She froze again. So I'll talk. I can tell you about Leah when we were in California. When I tell you Leah will teach you how to do some flowers. I'm not a florist, but I was breaking roses, putting. There you go. You're back.
Yeah, but could you
I
hear
was
me?
telling them about when Leah was teaching me how to do flowers in California.
Oh,
She was.
and Tiffany, the event concierge. Now listen, y'all, we've been sleeping on a piece of this industry. How many of us have had clients that have unusual requests, like I want to get married on a yacht? Well, it's not really unusual because I would
Yeah.
love that, but or I want to have a private jet for my book signing. I want to sign the books as we fly over the Grand Canyon because
Uh-huh.
it's about the Grand Canyon. Guess who knows how to make that happen and who can put
Mhm.
you in the game there. So there's things you're going to be learning. Oh, and the last, Simone Charles, when I
Oh
tell
yeah.
operates four, let me do it. One, two, three, four. Yeah, four profitable event venues.
Wow.
Not one of those that gets it going, gets a little profit out of it, and then it all falls to you know what. Four, knows how to take dilapidated or deserted golf country clubs, refurb those things, and get them on the map. So you want a venue? Hey, Simone Charles. So we're bringing you so many pieces because we want you to leave with so many different streams of revenue. We want you to leave with your business in a different space than when you walk through the door. And we want you to leave with some friends and some new connections.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's that. And that's all I have to say. Tawanda, I'm going to let you say what you need to say.
I'll just say again, thank you, Lorna, for tonight. Hello, everybody. I can't see any comments or anything, but I know you're out there. I know you're out there. We look forward to you all joining us in Orlando. I will be coming to you to share with you my blueprint on how to be a top choice for the event planning industry, how your name can be right at the top of the list. So I'll be sharing my blueprint on that. It's really just trial and error. As Lorna said, I'm going to share with you what has worked for me and what keeps my name at the top of the list. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm going to come, and as I said on Instagram, it's not going to be something that you probably haven't heard before, but you are going to get real live nuggets, real live tips that's going to help you succeed. As long as you're passionate about your business, and as long as you want to walk away with you're going to walk in one way and walk out a different way, and as long as you're willing to take the tips that are going to be shared at the retreat, we are confident that your business will be elevated after Orlando's retreat.
Thank you, T. Thank you, my sister, my colleague, and my friend. You
You are
always
welcome.
support any idea, and you know I come up with them. I think we could do this to help the people. I think we should do this to help the people. I think we could do this to one. Do you think this would be good? And you're always there with a smile on, like, yes, Lorna. Yes, Lorna. I think we can. So I appreciate you. And
You're
thank you
welcome.
for spending your evening with me. So I'm gonna let you go and get back to Mike because, honey, I know he has had enough of you and Renee. Thank him for sharing his wife with me, please.
Yes, you heard him say you've already been live since 7. Y'all, we had technical difficulties, sir. We had technical.
Listen, give him my love and thank
I
you. And
will.
thank you guys who've joined us tonight. Y'all take care. It's
All
been
right, tell everybody, tell the family hello.
okay. We'll do
All
it.
right.
Take care.
Good night, everybody.